Hello, this is Pala Jasmine Gonzalez, and this is going to be a video blog review of the movie DEATHSTALKER, which is a 1983 movie, sword and sorcery genre. I used to, me being a big Dungeons and Dragons fans, although at the time in the early 90s it was more like advanced Dungeons and Dragons. Dungeons and Dragons wasn't as it is today, but it was still fun to play. Um, so I discovered the genre of sword and sorcery films. The most famous movies that I saw, and they used to show them on TV, were the ones Conan the Barbarian and Conan the Destroyer. There are two movies of Conan. Both of them have Arnold Schwarzenegger in the main, playing the main character. So these movies, I'm sure that when Conan the Barbarian came out, this movie probably tried to catch up on the fame of Conan the Barbarian, but they were very low budget, in my opinion. And the story was not like very impressive, like Conan the Barbarian, but they were okay. Honestly, I just watched the movie last night and I finished watch it today, and I have to say that the story, I was able to understand better the story, mostly because my English has improved compared to when I watched it, which was like the early '90s, and the dialogue was a little bit difficult to understand. Not anymore. So pretty much, Deathstalker is just your hero. The good guy per se. Although when you watch a movie now, in terms of today, there's still some scenes that are kind of like, nah, that they shouldn't done it that way. But there was a lot of fan service in this movie, so a warning: if anybody's going to watch the movie, be prepared for that. And but the fight scenes were kind of okay-ish. Like, I was expected something way worse, especially now that I have a little bit more knowledge of stage combat. They are as best as they can be, but at the same time, it's like, okay, they could have been better. Special effects. It's an 80s movie, so don't expect a lot, honestly. The magic, I can see the intention where they took the magic of the sorcerer. There's only one sorcerer, his name is Monkar. He has taken the city, he has turned the king out, and he's now ruling over the city, and using his power to create fear in the people that he's ruling. And he created this tournament as a way to lure Deathstalker. So Deathstalker has to be a big, powerful hero that maybe people want to kill him because they know it could bring problems to them, to their plans. So the striker decides to enroll in the tournament, but before that, he goes to a witch, and the witch tells him, "You must find the sword, the amulet, and the chalice. Use the power to defeat Monkar." And what I find hilarious is the line that comes afterwards is that he goes tells him, "Stop talking to me in riddles. Just tell me what to do," which is quite hilarious. Like, in like the end of the session, sometimes you will drop the hints to character in riddles, and they have to figure it out. And I just found that they were making fun of that, so that was quite hilarious for me to watch. There were not different races of human in the in the film, but there was one character that had like a pork face, like pretty much like it seems like one of the characters taken from a George Lucas film. But that was the only character that was humanoid, but they didn't have elves or dwarves or anything like that. At least I didn't see anything. So the cycle competed in the tournament. He ended up the female friend that he met ended up getting killed by one of the guards of Monkar, and then he ended up one of the other friends that he met, or somebody that he thought was a friend who was actually working for Monkar. He was the one that brought the stalker to the tournament, and he gets killed too. And then the ending was very interesting because he's fighting the sorcerer, and he used illusions to confuse the stalker, and the stalker is fighting all the illusions, and then he finally is able to use the power of the amulet and the sword to overcome the illusions, and he gets closer to the sorcerer, and then when you expect him, you're expecting him to kill him. He doesn't kill him. He just pushes him to the crowd, and the crowd, which is the townspeople, they decide to kill him in the most horrendous way ever. They tie him up, and then they tied the rope to horses, and then the horses start walking. So they split him in half. I didn't remember that from the movie. Like I watched it before and I didn't remember that ending. But holy shit! And then he takes the magical items and decides to destroy them because they're too powerful, and that's what he does. And that's when the movie ends, and that's it. Um, yeah, they had a lot of fan service pretty much in this movie because they cast, from what my understanding is, like they used to cast um, female porn stars in this movie, so that's why they have that. Um, Other than that, the movie is from 5 stars. I will say I will give it 3 stars just to be nice. But it could have been way better. The storyline wasn't like eh. Um, I think I was expecting more action, but at the same time, it's considering the nature of the film and the time, it wasn't. It wasn't that bad. The music was epic, though. The music was really epic in this film, and I think I have to give the music composer credit on that because it made the movie. It increased the production value of the movie. Like when you saw the scene where they're coming to start the tournament and they play the music and it gives it like an air of like, oh, this movie is the greatest thing that you ever seen, and it's kind of not as, but it was so good. And the stalker Rick Hill, he was in very good physical shape when he did the movie. So again, they're trying to look for similarities to Conan the Barbarian, I'm sure. Um, so yeah. Other than that, I think it was okay, but it could have been a better movie. But I still enjoyed watching it after many years trying to find that movie, and I found it on Tubi, TV.com. So if anybody wants to watch it, go to TubiTV.com to watch a movie. DEATHSTALKER is in the genre of sword and sorcery. So yeah, that's all I got to say about the movie. Peace out, everybody, and hope you have enjoyed this review. I just enjoy it because I'm still like laughing at some of the scenes that I saw, but yeah. Um. Anyway, that's all I got. Peace out.